Hi, my name's Richard from AbeBooks, and I'm here to talk to you today about the Bowmen, or the Angel of Mons by Arthur Machen. This story is a story about one of the most memorable tales to emerge from the First World War. It's also a tale that was not true. Just a few months after the outbreak of the war, Arthur Machen, who was a journalist and an author, published a story, or an article, in the London Evening News. It was a story about how at the Battle of Mons a few months earlier, the British forces had been outnumbered by the Germans, and yet a series of ghostly archers rose up, as if from the Battle of Agincourt, and helped the British soldiers defeat the German soldiers. The story wasn't labelled as fiction. However, a few days after the article had been published, Machen started getting enquiries from the public asking for verification. One thing led to another. Within a few weeks there was rumours and piling upon rumours that the story was true, that a miracle really had happened on the battlefield of Mons. What happened is that Machen was rather overwhelmed by this reaction, and a little while later he published this book, The Bowmen, in which he aimed to put the record straight. It contains a foreword where he says, "My original story is not true, it is made up." He also repeats the original story that appeared in the London Evening News, and then some more of his ghost stories, which all play upon the theme of ghostly warriors or mythical people rising up to help British forces during the war. The final story actually goes into Gallipoli, where the heroes of Troy assist the forces fighting there. The legend of the Angels of Mons carried on for a long time after the war. Even as the war was going on, more stories of apparent miracles on the battlefield came forward. But Machen always tried to play down the truth that it was just a fictional story. It wasn't even a hoax, it was just a story. But at the time, Britain was truly coming to terms with the horror of war, the horror of this mass destruction that was taking place on the battlefields of France. And they were looking for a miracle, they were looking for some sort of hope. And the general public at home latched onto his story and to his books. Over time, the remarkable thing is that the legend has never really faded. Even as late as 2001, the Sunday Times newspaper in the UK ran a story claiming that the story was true, but of course it was later revealed to be a hoax. So, this is the Bowmen. You can find copies on AbeBooks. This is a 1915 edition. Prices vary from $45 up to $450. It's a very interesting piece of memorabilia from the Great War.